Now, Alicia, 3 days after the shooting, you spoke with fourth grade teacher Nicole Ogburn. She says she made eye contact with the shooter, and within seconds, she and her kids got to the floor as bullets flew through her classroom window. We have a quick look back at that interview now.
I just stood up and looked out my window that was right there close by, and I was like, there's a guy with a gun. Oh my God, get down.
So you checked in with Mrs. Ogburn recently. How is she doing now?
Well, Mrs. Ogburn says the year after the shooting, everything moved really fast. She didn't really have time to think. The good news is she felt like people were checking on each other all the time. But to her surprise, this second year has been the toughest. She says not as many mental health checks going on, so she's had time to breathe as reality sinks in.
In the middle of a neighborhood once bustling with laughter and learning, 21 white crosses are surrounded by silence outside Robb Elementary School.
Every once in a while I get that like on my heart, like, okay, just go by there.
Many avoid the campus that's guarded by troopers and privacy fencing.
Just go by there.
Nicole Ogburn pulls over to reflect.
I stop at the gate back over there by where my classroom was, and I get out of my car and I just kind of like stare and pray and think to myself, like, did this really happen?
She continued teaching fourth grade at Uvalde Elementary. When she visits Robb,
we talk about our families.
She also seeks advice.
We'd vent to each other, we'd laugh.
From trusted friends whose presence is deeply missed.
I'll go and ask, okay, Eva, what do I do? Or Irma, what do I do?
Her fellow teachers, Eva Mireles and Irma Garcia, joined her for lunch almost every day.
I feel closer to them sometimes if I come by and just say, hey, what do I do now? How do I handle this?
In April, Robb teachers were allowed back in their classrooms. Nicole says it's the closure she needed.
I literally walked kind of that path of when I first saw him to when I told all the kids, get down, get down, get down. I kind of walked my path. I was literally right here when the shots were being fired in.
1, 2, 3.
Like most teachers, Nicole creates special connections with her students every year.
3.
But with the class from 2022, she says that bond is different.
I have kept in touch with some of them. I see them around town a lot, and they're always running and Miss Ogburn, and giving me hugs.
As the end of school approaches, Nicole says instead of excitement, anxiety takes over.
Sometimes you still remember those sounds, the smells, the screams, or the silence.
She's doing her best to continue to live her life as a teacher, as a mother, as a wife, with wounds that she says may never heal.
I always told my kids, like, we're safe, we're safe, we're safe. Everything's gonna be okay, we're safe at school. This is your safe place. And you know, now those words don't come out of my mouth like they used to. Now we're gonna do our best to keep you safe here.
I asked Mrs. Ogburn what she's hoping to see in year 3, and she's really hoping to gain traction on that permanent memorial for the 21. And remember, earlier this week, the city came to an agreement with victims' families to establish a committee to get this permanent memorial going. It would have the input of these families, and it would be right here in the town plaza. We will bring you any developments that come with this committee. Live in Uvalde, Alicia Nieves, KENS 5.
Thank you, Alicia. We'll be checking back with you on KENS 5 News at 6.